I've gone. It was
LW
how big
Red
was the
versus
series?
Lutic
High.
Was
It was supposed to be a best of 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I did like a best of 11 in like some shooter game way back in the day.
Oh, jeez, no.
Yeah.
Okay, MY. Doomfist, that's going to be Leave. Fairly similar compositions, just the Tracer and the McCree swapped off. We'll see if Samsara has any success with this McCree. Leave doesn't like the looks of that backline, immediately backs out there.
The worst thing about watching all this, Jameis, is that when I go home and start playing comp, I'm going to want to play Doomfist, and I'm going to be god-awful at him. But I'm going to think I can play well. MY still pushing the payload in the meantime.
Yeah, 1-2-4-6 just giving away a lot of free ground. That allows MY to pick up 3 kills and uncontested. Absolutely, completely uncontested. They take first.
It looks like Leave makes the call. So like Leave wants to go in, and if he feels like he can go in and he does use the rocket punch, everyone else dives with him. Otherwise, he gets out and the team sits back. They were doing like this like little push and pull with them, where they get aggressive and back away. Yeah, a little bit like that. And 1-2-4-6 didn't read into that necessarily that well, even though they had a comp that was decent against what MY were running.
This is oddly like characteristic of MY. They take a little while to wake up, but when they wake up, they're the full force of the MY. No, Pulse Bomb comes out and connects. Simfall is the first to fall on the side of 1-2-4-6 as MY continue to press the issue. They want more kills. No, they'll back away for now. Get more free ground with his payload.
Simfall, more like Pitfall. Just dies there. And there is no pit, but he did die. Just like I always did in Pitfall.
Well, just get in the
that
pit
game
and
was
love
frustrating
someone.
as hell. What'd you say?
Get in the pit and try to love someone. Oh, we've got.
Don't know what to say to that.
the seismic slam. Lando has to quickly use the Transcendence to keep himself alive. Leave with the Meteor Strike. Never mind, it's the self-destruct that gets the kill onto Samsara. I'll give Leave the assist there, though, forcing him off the high ground now. Meteor Strike out this time for Simfall, but he's dropped low. He's got almost no health. He will fall. It's Late Young that picks up the kill with the help of Zhufan Jun, and once again, MY just breezing through 1-2-4-6 at this point. We have a stall coming out for them, though.
I think that was a rocket punch into Samsara into the self-destruct. Like, he actually punched him into the self-destruct to pick up that kill. So well done. Samsara's on the Tracer, switching things up, trying to channel his game from yesterday. So far able to do just that, but the problem is MY are just swarming all over them.
Yeah, it's just this Winston along with Lucio trying to stall this out. But
wow,
5 minutes and 15 seconds as we move into Lumerico here. MY, I think they've only lost like 3 people this entire map so far.
Not many at all, and 1-2-4-6 are struggling to pick up these frags. You've seen Simfall now switch to McCree. I like the McCree for this comp because he can deal with Yang Zhan, he can deal with Leave. And we don't really see Simfall and McCree fighting up. It's usually Samsara, the one that actually goes towards that. Simfall typically sticks to like the Doomfist and the Genji, but you can see that the fact that he's not playing Doomfist means he's not feeling confident to dive in against the enemy team. He feels like he's being focused way too much when he gets aggressive, which is a smart change.
I mean, you have to be careful. Zhufan Jun, one of the best flex supports out here in the Chinese region. Simfall gets a fist to the face, but there's the Transcendence to heal him back on up. It's dueling Transcendence now. Pulse Bomb comes out. Samsara not able to connect with it. Here is the Meteor Strike, but never mind. It's the self-destruct over the top coming out from Late Young, who we argue is one of the best divas also in the Chinese region.
There's a lot of bests on the side of MY, let's just say that. Best hit scan Yang Xiao, best Zarya Diva Late Young, best flex support Zhufan Jun, and probably best Lucio if you're asking Hex for Creed. In the meantime, the payload's actually getting very close to finish. You don't tell me they're not going to get any stall on this. You have to delay somehow for 1-2-4-6.
Sound barrier is there for MY. Zod is forced to Primal Rage. Pulse Bomb takes out Simfall on the Reaper. Did he not have his Wraith Form? I guess not. And Yang Zhao just absolutely demolishing this team, surgically taking them apart. No one's on the point. 3 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock for Miraculous Youngster.
I really have no words for that. Honestly, there was no stall in first, there was no stall in second, and the stall that came into third was so lackluster. I think 1-2-4-6 have just kind of collapsed on themselves. The man we talked about as being like the usual heavy hitter, the usual camel for the team, putting everyone on his back, is Simfall, and we've hardly said his name this entire series when it comes to anything positive. He's been able to get some like decent things done with Genji here or there. His Doomfist, yeah, occasionally picks up a couple of kills, but he has just been shut down. And I think that was one of the keys, you know, coming into the match for MY. If they can shut him down with their more like tank-heavy lineups and their focus onto him, you prevent a lot of potential for 1246 to win.
Do you think at this point, 1246, they should try the triple tank composition themselves, get a little bit meatier, just because there's so much damage coming out from MY?
I'm trying to think. I almost want to see like double hit scan out of them with like Soldier, McCree, because then they have the distance that's really hard for MY to cover.
I mean, they could do it Samsara on the McCree, Simfall on the 76 for 1246.
I'm just thinking like the Death Volley, you know, having like Reaper, Roadhog, Reinhardt, and Zarya, Squeak Zarya as I go through puberty here, wouldn't be bad either. But I think on Dorado, it's really difficult to make that work on a lot of the points. Maybe towards third,
the high ground,
okay.
Yeah. How do you contest that?
You don't. And that's what we saw MY struggle with on Volskaya. Whenever 1246 had high ground with Samsara on Soldier, they had no one to get to him. So I think 1246, I mean, there's a lot more things at play than just their comp. It's the way they're playing. Is the fact that Simfall has to realize I cannot be aggressive necessarily. Like, I cannot get in and get quick kills. He has to change up his style a little bit, which you saw him switch over to McCree to deal with that.
Triple tank defense coming out from MY, and why not leave, was an absolute beast on Eichenwald point A for their defense. We know what Late Young can do on this Zarya, and so they're just going to go for the 2-2-2 dive on the side of 1246. Immediately, MY have backed off onto the courtyard. Yang Xiao looked like, yeah, he was able to catch out Samsara, who was trying to get the flank, took him out immediately.
Like, Dive's not bad against this. Like, Dive works really well against Reinhardt, works really well against Zarya. It's just about them executing it correctly. And I think with the way MY are playing with having, like, triple tank is they want to stay grouped up. And that makes it really difficult for them to pick off any stragglers. I think Zhufan, Shun, and Creed are playing really well together, always kind of sticking within each other's ranges. And that's bad news. That's bad news bears for Samsara.
Samsara, the first to go down again in this team fight. And now they're just feeding over ultimate charge to MY, R1246. Luckily, somehow, because like the first frag comes out so quickly, MY haven't built up that much ultimate off
They've done it. They've done it, Jameson. We're seeing Zod on Reinhardt. We're seeing Samsara on Reaper.
And Tian has now swapped off onto the Zarya.
The only thing that worries me, though, here is the fact that MY plays this comp way better than 1246 because they just had so much more experience with it. 1246 has to hope for a miracle to somehow pull this off.
We saw the flashbang, but the deflect from Simple kept his tank alive. Never mind, not for long. 3 instant kills coming over as MY now. This is their element. This is what they love to do. Go for that spawn camp. We'll see if they hold outside or if they just play the choke.
I want to see the slow play, actually. I want to see 1246 go like Diva instead of Zarya, and then run like Roadhog, Reaper, Reinhardt into that. Because there's no way Zod's going to lose his shield before MY does. And the ability to flashbang this is really difficult in this tight choke, because you can hold the shield on the high ground, or like up a little bit to prevent that. And then you just wear them down. You force them to back away because the lead doesn't have the ability to apply that pressure without a Reinhardt shield to sit behind.
1246, they make the stairs approach. Oh, these fire strikes coming out left and right from Jakirin. He's got that shatter. Did connect? No, it did not. They even committed the Deadeye into this. They'll just about get a kill. No. We have Samsara able to Wraith form out for now. Charge comes out. This time it's from Zod, but Samsara's low. Tian, he's high energy, but it's the grab coming out from Late Young. Grabs onto most of the members of 1246. 2 kills already for them. They're just trying to clean up the rest of the members of 1246.
Zod is actually doing an amazing job of feeding over energy to Tian. Tian has grab now, and keep in mind, Late Young has been on Zarya the entire time for this defending half.
This is MY. This is what MY does.
They have an opportunity, though, so they have grab, and they have blade. So if they hit a good grab, blade, and nano boost, I think they should commit everything to this push, practically. The Soundbeard Creed won't be able to defend this. And with how grouped up MY are, this is easy kills for 1246.
But
this should be their fight.
They're pressed against time, though. 55 seconds left. They need to push this payload through the choke once again, so good stuff can come out. Tian just runs straight up with that grab. Left dart! Oh my gosh, Zhufan June! It's not going to be enough, though. Samsara gets into the back line with a 2-man Death Blossom there. And somehow, 1246, they had to throw everything at that. That was 6 ultimates for them. But they cracked the defense, and they still have to secure this checkpoint.
I don't think there's going to be a contest here. I am amazed at Zhufan Jun. Like, you cannot even describe how difficult that is unless you're in that situation, because he was grouped up with everyone on his team from the grab and still hits a sleep dart
that's a
onto a
dart.
sped up and a bleeding Genji. That was clutch. That saved them, I think. Well, actually, they didn't save the point, but that saved them more of an embarrassing defense there.
It forced out more ultimate. Samsara had to use the Death Blossom.
That's what I'm looking for. Not embarrassing defense, because they put up a very good defense so far.
Look, Tian now sitting at 85%. He's got another grab coming up. There's no real answer on the side of MY, but they do have the nano boost. I don't see who it's on, but a great hook into the finishing blow from Leave is Late Young, who is the recipient of that nano boost. He's at 60. He actually has the Graviton Surge.
Yeah. But let's look at this though, Jamerson. How many how many nano boosts have been given to Late Young now? I think 2 out of 2.
That might have been the third.
Okay, well then 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
And Tian's had none, and yet Tian's had the same amount of grabs that Late Young's had. That just shows how well Tian is playing so far on the Zarya.
We had a flaky play coming up from Jakaran with the Earth Shatter, but at least that sets up with a Deadeye. We have the Blade out now. Simfall falls without getting anything with it. It's the Nano Boosted Reaper, and Samsara's put to sleep once again. Jufan Jun is doing a great job on this Ana so far, and still this payload hasn't made much progress at all. Samsara. Oh no.
He's got to be switching comps then. I didn't know Jufan Jun renamed himself to Jufan Jaehong. Because, I mean, these sleep darts, he's been hitting so many crucial ones. Samsara has switched from Reaper to McCree, so trying to deal with like the long-range damage that Yang Zhao's doing, also to help out with Leave on the Roadhog. But they are struggling here just to get around this corner. MY, unrelenting aggression to constantly find this payload to wear down the time bank that 1246 has.
This is what they do. Nano Boost out. Earth Shatter connects onto 2 members, but the sound barrier there to keep them alive. Deadeye enough with the help of Leave. Oh, mid-air shot. Yang Zhao takes out Simfall. It's a 2-for-1 exchange, but still MY are just bleeding the clock of 1246. Hook into the finishing blow. Samsara falls.
And that's where we've talked so many times about MY. When they get aggressive on you, it comes down to a lot of individual skill to work your way out of the spot. 1246, they only have a nano boost to work with to even get out of this position. They've already struggled before. They're already showing that they don't know how to deal with MY and the aggression they have with the triple tank. And I don't know what they're going to do to answer this.
Yeah, even if you put the nano onto Tian, you just hope that he somehow gets the Graviton. But, you know, Jufan Jun, he's been on point with these sleep darts. We'll see if he comes up with another clutch one. Now we're about to head into overtime. This payload still has a hell of a long way to go. There it is. The first pickoff comes out from Yang Zhao, and immediately MY, they force the issue. They press forward. There's the Deadeye. Lando has now fallen. No one's on the point. MY looking to close this out. 3-1 now in the lead.
So 1246, they show us what, like, or that was our 4th map, so 3-1. So like 4/5 of the way through the series, potentially, that he can play Reinhardt. Like, the thing is, the way he played it was really well done because he gave Tian so much energy to work with every time, which allowed Tian to build up these grabs really quickly. The problem was they just couldn't deal with how quickly MY turned on the aggression.
Yeah.
MY would charge straight at them. They wouldn't know how to respond to that. And then finally, towards the end, we did see Simfall switch to Roadhog, but that was way too late. And Zod, the pressure that he has onto him is the fact that there's going to be a Roadhog spamming shots at his shield.
All right, so the players are going to take a short break here. 3-1, MY. I mean, this is what I mentioned during the map. They're a little bit of a slow starter. Generally on the first maps, they look a little shaky, and then all of a sudden, they just turn it on, and we got to see them there every single time. You had said it themselves, or you had said it yourself, that they get a pick, they immediately pounce.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah,
like a lion in the Serengeti. They smell the blood.
Yeah.
I didn't. that I'll give you credit. That actually, the thing is, I could tell what song that was from your humming.
Generally, I'm just like tone deaf, so I'm impressed that I was able to get that far in. But now, MY, they're sitting on championship point here, 3-1 up against 1246. We'll see if they can close it out or if 1246 battle back after this short break.